Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. I am Sharon Porter with Enlivian, and 'tis the season of goodwill. Today, I have the great pleasure of being joined today with Miss Loretta Barber of the Goodwill of Southern Piedmont. I want to say Central, but it's Southern. I'm so glad you're here to
Southern
join us
Piedmont.
because, 'tis the season of goodwill, right?
It is. It is every season. It is every season. But we'll take it. We'll take it for this moment in time.
And so, what your organization does and what our organization does as the Housing Authority, our missions are so very much aligned. And
Absolutely.
the services that you provide are very much needed by the people that we serve. So let's just get into it, right?
Yes.
Because you're more than just Christmas, right?
Oh goodness, yes.
And you're
We are.
more than just the drop off. So I want everyone. I want to let's talk about it. Let's get into it. So you guys have been around what really seems to be like forever. Like, how are you serving the community today?
Yeah, you're right. We have been around for a long time, since 1965, and we've really tried to pride ourselves on being a relevant organization that continuously evolves to meet the needs of the community.
Yeah.
So when we started, we really focused on, a lot of people would say, "I need a job," and we would focus on getting that job. But we also learned that that job may not have stuck for a long time. We're like, well, what's going on here? And so it's really now about creating pathways. It's about coaching. It's about prosperity. We even changed our purpose statement to say that we exist to help people see possibilities, to seize opportunities, and to prosper. And there's great power in that statement because it really places the onus on someone's future with them. And
Yes.
we are in partnership with you to reimagine and to re-envision what is it that you want for yourself. And
Right.
we are in partnership with you to ask the right questions, having a great coaching team that knows how to ask the right questions to build that trust, to allow you to open up to say, what is it that I really want for myself? To really tap into your dreams. That's what we're really about. And prosperity is really about, how can you have a set of circumstances that allow you to live your best life? And that's what it's all about. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, I mean, you've touched on a number of things there. We are fresh out of a pandemic. If we're
Mhm.
fully out, I think. Well, no, the
Yes.
president did declare that the pandemic was over, so we are out of the pandemic. Right. I'm going to go with that.
Right?
And as we talked, you and I talked offline, this has
Yeah.
been also the time of the great reassessment.
Yeah.
How does your job training services sort of help with people? Because maybe is it difficult? Do you find that you have people who are kind of changing or looking at things differently? What are you seeing coming through your job training centers?
Yeah, I think it's people that are looking for opportunity. So what I will say is there is no shortage of opportunities in our community. The challenge is how you navigate the abundance of opportunities. How do you know how to self advocate for what you need? And so we really do put a lot of emphasis in the word partnership. And so we have some tremendous training that we consider to be industry relevant training, in demand training that we believe will equip people to be marketable. And so it's really deciding, first of all, what is it that you want to do? And then aligning you with the things that we feel we're good at. And we're really good at coaching. We are really good at coaching. We have some amazing team members that really do a fantastic job of sitting down, building that trust. And so when we talk about our training, we talk about our IT training, we talk about our construction skills training, we
Okay.
talk about our business services training, customer business service training. And so there are so many pathways that people can take, but it's really about what is it that you want. And while we train in these specific industries, you may decide those are not the industries that I'm interested in. And that is perfectly okay. It's about what is it that you want to do? How do we align you with the things that you have passion around, that you want to build your skill sets around, that will allow you to be able to earn a wage that allows you to take care of yourself and your family? And it's all about that passion. It's really about that passion. There's so many folks who have taken that entrepreneurial route
Yeah.
during the pandemic, and they're doing a beautiful job there. But then, how do you supplement your income also? Through that entrepreneurial right as you build your business.
Yeah.
And so there's just so many ways that you can think about building your livelihood And it takes a village. We call it takes a village to
It
build support.
absolutely takes a village. So when you've got the job training, and we've seen this in our own
Mhm.
programs, um, when we help people get the job.
Yeah.
But what about the soft skills,
Oh my
right? Because
goodness.
in many ways, you can have people who have never um, maybe had a full-time job or
Right.
maybe had a career. And there are things that are maybe those unspoken rules of
Right.
professionalism that
Yeah.
often get overlooked. And it ends up harming the person more so than helping them, only because they didn't know. Do you all
Correct.
help with that?
Oh, absolutely. We call that essential skills. And
Okay.
what we hear from employers, they can teach you the job, right? But
Yeah.
the essential skills, if they can come equipped, knowing how to show up for work, how to deal with conflict, good communication skills, being their own advocate, those
Hmm.
are the things that our career navigators help our participants with so that they're equipped to be successful. But those essential skills are exactly that. They are essential. They are essential.
It can't be done like they have to be married together. So we have a
Absolutely.
LinkedIn user that says, "Good morning. Goodwill does so much. I was given the opportunity to go through them in Winston-Salem when they offered the Welfare to Work program. And after that program, I was given the opportunity to give back to others that came through the program after me. I went on to do great things. I am grateful." Well, look at that. You got a
Well,
testimony
I
right here.
Well, you know what that also says? So that is our sister Goodwill, but it also says there's consistency in
Yeah.
how we deliver services. It's all about quality and it's all about being people-centered. And we love hearing those positive experiences because that's what it's all about.
I mean, I love that that came through. So let's talk about we've talked about career job training
Yeah,
and those essential skills and being successful there. What do you all do for family stability? I know you all have programs that really
we
support the
do.
family staying together.
We always say when you help an individual, you do help a family. And so we have an amazing team that is our family stability team. It's really important. It's not just about getting someone into a career path, but you also have to understand that you have some foundational things that need to be reinforced. And so our family stability team, they really identify what are those foundational things that need to be reinforced from the standpoint of food assistance, housing vouchers, furniture assistance, utility assistance, food assistance, transportation assistance. Again, we just an amazing menu of things that we can offer people when they come to us for services. And that's really where we start. We start with what is it that you need? And it
Yeah.
could be your short term need and your long term needs. We really want to make sure that you're equipped for success. And
Yeah.
that foundational support is so critical to folks. And I love how we do it it's people centered. It focuses on dignity, it focuses on trust, and it focuses on really serving you from our heart to ensure that you are set up for success. And so a lot of time is spent on the front end ensuring that people believe that there is a trusting relationship that is being developed. And then we have this, again, an amazing menu of things that we can offer to you to ensure that you are on solid ground.
Excellent. I just I'm listening to you. I'm like, these are all the things that we believe in.
Yes,
Us
yes.
in Livian. So now inevitably there are those who come with some challenges.
Mhm.
How are, does someone have an arrest record or have been recently or have been incarcerated? Is that does that stop you all?
No, our commitment is to have and to minimize any hurdle or barriers to your success. And so, as an employer, Goodwill is a second chance employer. And what that means is we believe in second chances. We have this philosophy around who wants to be forever judged based on the worst thing that they've ever done. Can you imagine that? And
Yeah.
so we have a tremendous partner. Again, we have great partnerships. The Center for Community Transitions is our on-site partner. And so when someone represents with a criminal background. The formally justice involved is the language that we use. We
Formally
really
justice
want to
involved.
formally
Okay.
justice involved. We really want to make sure that we equip you for success, that you are able to successfully re-enter your community and be surrounded with resources that allow you to, design your path forward, be able to speak to your past, but not live in your past. and then began to think about, now, what do I want to do going forward? And the
Yeah.
Center for Community Transitions is our on-site partner that supports us in that work. But it's about, we believe in second chance. We believe there's tremendous employer shifts in mindset about partnering with folks that are formally justice involved. And we're one of those employers.
Wonderful. So tell us, what are the successes that you're seeing, and what are the challenges, right? What are that our families are facing?
Yeah, I think in our community, Mecklenburg County in particular, just the cost of living in our community is at times getting outside of the reach of so many families. And so we are just mindful of that. And so the way that we are trying to equip folks is really trying to figure out what are those skill sets that can pay the highest possible wage that allows you the most promise of economic mobility. So the
Right.
skill sets, building those skill sets are critically important. But there are successes in spite of that. There's so many examples of folks who have been able to purchase homes, rebuild their credit,
Yeah.
increase their certifications, go back to school, reunite with families. And so we love telling those stories. And, we say that we don't do this work alone. We can't do this work alone. And so for individuals to have success, it really does take a village of caring, committed nonprofits working in partnership in our community to move people forward.
For
And
sure.
that is really the formula, is partnership.
All right. So I'm going to tell you, I'm a regular, not a Goodwill supporter for many, many years.
Yes.
I drop off a lot of stuff. So I
Yes.
just have the question because I can never answer to my friends. Like it's so when we have some articles of clothing, or we have
Sure.
some furniture or some household appliances that we're
Right.
no longer using, and we say, oh, just give it to Goodwill. Now there are some who say, well, it doesn't work quite right. Do you do you still give it to Goodwill? And then I think I've heard that you should give stuff because it keeps people employed and there are things that they can do. So help me, do you want everything or not?
So what we like to say is we never want to say no to a donation. However,
Okay.
however, there
However,
are certain things that we're not able to take. We're not able to take things like mattresses, anything that has any kind of hazardous materials that are involved in the material. We can't take things that like large pianos. But there's so much more that we do want to take. As you think about what I should donate, think
yeah,
about, would I give it to a friend? Is it a gently used item?
got
You
it.
think about, if I use Goodwill as my dump. We don't want to be the dump, right?
Got
Right.
it.
So
Okay.
anything that you donate to us, think about the cost associated with our team having to sort and discard the things that really can't benefit the mission. And the cost of that is money taken away from being able to do the mission.
Got it.
And so just think about it in that regard. But again, our goal is to take as much as the community is willing to give, because there's such need. And
Yeah.
with each donation, there's certainly, tremendous value in us being able to help the community. We can't do this work alone. And when people shop and when they donate, they create, I call it this, be able to convert your donations into this currency that allows us to help so many people in our community access amazing services and supports at no cost. And there's tremendous
Well,
value in that.
actually,
No
well, that,
cost.
yes.
Yes.
So I'm going to sum up what you said very beautifully. What you said is this is not a dump, and then give us things that are gently used. And
Yes.
if you wouldn't give it to your friend, don't give it to us. You said it far more eloquently, but for the folks in the back,
Well, thank you for that.
for the folks in the back, those are the things to keep in mind.
Yes,
And because if you do, you're just kind of taking away from the mission, taking away
absolutely.
resources that could be better used for something else. I fully got
Absolutely.
it. I understand. I'm locked and loaded. And I happen to know a number of people who go shopping at the Goodwill. I
Oh
mean,
my
boy, they
goodness.
love it.
It is such an amazing place to shop. I am just amazed at the quality of the donations that people do give to Goodwill, and it's just such a great experience to thrift and to find those treasures. You never know what you're going to find at a Goodwill store. And we now have 31 stores that you can shop. 31.
So I'm in closing. Let's put up the contact information for the Goodwill. If you'd like to get in touch with Goodwill of Southern Piedmont and their resources and services, you can call them at 704-372-3434. And on social media, you can follow them at Goodwill SP. That's on Facebook, that's on LinkedIn, but they're on YouTube. They're everywhere at
We're
Goodwill
everywhere.
SP. Where you guys, everyone. Loretta, I want to thank you for joining us. Thank you for sharing. Oh, someone on LinkedIn, I shop at Goodwill and love it.
Well, thank you. Keep shopping.
We appreciate it. Everyone have a great holiday. Loretta, enjoy your. Oh, wait,
My pleasure.
Susan Jerez says, "What an important comment. Thanks for putting things in perspective." Thank you for watching, Susanna. Glad to have you. Bye-bye, Loretta.
Thank
Take
you.
care.